welcome back to another episode of How You Do That. Woo! Oh my gosh, we look lovely today, Dennis.
Lovely. Bro,
Lovely
we
today.
are so official that we have cue cards right here. Can you see?
It's happening. We used to shoot in a storeroom, bro.
Yes.
And now,
we are upgrading.
okay, like that.
I am very, very happy.
Before we kick it off though, we need to acknowledge the elephant in the room.
What's the elephant?
Dennis,
Yeah.
when did you cut your hair?
Huh? You can tell? I actually haven't cut my hair. What you ask?
That's true. I'm kidding. You guys might notice.
Correct. We have actually a more important thing to introduce to you guys. We have three guests right here with us. Right next to me, we have Jane Chuck.
Oh!
I have Dr. Alvin. As well as Melissa.
Can you guys please, sorry, I got no crew, so I got to make
We don't
this.
have audience
We need
here,
to
but
hype it
eventually
up.
we'll have audiences.
Can we get an introduction from you guys? Who are you guys? What do you do? And how old are your kids? Let's do this. Melissa, what's your name, Melissa?
Hey guys, thank you for having me here. I'm Melissa Campbell. I'm an actress.
Oh, shit.
And I have a 14-month-old boy.
Yes,
and
you
his
do.
name is Malachi.
Oh my goodness. And he's a bundle of joy.
Oh, he's the joy of my life.
Oh my goodness.
Love life.
Dr. Alvin, what about you? What's your name, Dr. Alvin?
My name is Dr. Alvin.
Hey.
So hi everyone. I'm a pediatrician,
Hey.
which is a child specialist lah. Okay. I have two children. 7 years old is the elder Ivana. She's my elder girl, and the younger one it's 4 years old. Egan. Yeah.
Wow, perfect 3-year gap.
Yeah.
That's the Chinese 3-year gap.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what it says. And we have, of course, the wonderful Jane. What's your name, Jane?
Hi, I'm Jane Chuck. I run a few businesses.
Oh.
I started from blogging, long story, and now I'm a mom.
She the OG.
And my baby is 16 months. His name is August.
Oh my goodness. 16 months already.
Yeah.
Wow. The baby is
fast.
the biggest pow I've ever seen.
It used to be your pao
It
first.
used to be my
your
pao first.
then now it's her pao.
Yeah. Finally, everyone caught up. But then my girl is like 7 now. So I need to talk to Dr. Alvin about having friends with my kids, you know. But yeah, welcome everyone to the show.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. Usually it's just Dennis and I and John staring at each other's eyes. So it's very
Three
nice.
dads.
It's very nice having everyone along for the show. As you guys can see, if they are a regular listener, today is a bit different. We're at a different place. We're talking about it, but why?
Why Minghan? Why you got me here this morning?
Because we are going to be talking about C-sections.
Ah.
I will explain to you why in due time. Like why are we talking about C-sections on the dad show? Hey. We'll explain later.
Yes.
But we can't really speak from our experience, right?
No, I don't think we technically can.
You do a C-section, Dennis?
Huh? What again? You ask me again?
Did you?
Don't ask so loud. We have two mothers here.
I can't because I'm Asian. So if I get a C, my mother scold me. I think I did A section.
That
You
you funny, You got that jokes there. Huh?
We brought the lovely mothers on board the episode today, and we are so fortunate to get Dr. Alvin here because finally we don't have to Wikipedia and Google our health facts. So thank you for joining us today. Melissa and Jane, C-section mums.
Yes.
Wow, this is why they're here today because I don't think Dennis and I can talk about that. Dennis, are you ready for this episode today?
Yes. I actually really want to know, like, for Melissa and Jane, like your first-hand experience, going through that whole entire process. I think that would be really interesting.
So, like maybe Jane.
I start first?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I actually planned to have C-section because for me, when I got pregnant, I immediately know that I wanted to do a C-section.
Oh, so this was lah.
Yeah, I know. Not because I'm afraid of giving birth
Okay.
myself. It's just that I need to plan.
You are a planner girl.
I'm a planner. So I'm a Virgo, by the way.
I was going to say, are you a Virgo? My husband's a Virgo.
So I need to plan everything on the dot where I need to stop work and where I need to start work.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is
So-
really a business career.
No,
Wow.
because I cannot live without knowing when my water is breaking, when the baby is coming out. I cannot live like that. I need to
Right.
know when and where. It's like watching a movie. I don't mind spoilers.
You just watched the last 1 hour
Yes,
first.
I
You
can.
know when the hero is coming, when the heroine is going. I need to know.
So I need to know everything. So that is
Wow.
why I immediately say, okay, I need to tell my doctors that I'm going for C-section, book my date. That's it.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Okay.
Okay, so but I guess that's something I hear from a lot of my peers as well. Like it's easier to plan the pregnancy, so you already locked in. Okay, I can take leave here. You know, I can be excused here, and I'm going to give birth here. So it's a planning thing, lah.
It's a planning thing.
Same for you?
It's not just a planning thing.
Okay.
I have a friend who wanted it because of the dates. We are relationship. It's a very good. They want to pick the dates.
The
We
auspicious.
The auspicious
I kind of did.
She's talking about the dates. We're actually going to talk about that more after this.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I asked then Dennis is the
Hey, but
that one.
I don't plan this
Okay,
like that.
okay,
I don't plan this
okay,
like that.
okay.
We will definitely go for that. But Melissa, what's your experience going through that?
Well, there is a saying. You can have a plan and you can have a birth plan, but also plan for nothing to go according to your plan. I was on the other end of the spectrum from Jane. I wanted a water birth. I was like, I wanted the natural water. I wanted to go through I just wanted
I want to be a feral mom.
No, it's not that.
No medicine.
I think it's inherently because, maybe because I'm an actor, but I'm like, this is experience.
right,
This
right.
is one time I really get
It's a
to
human thing, is it?
I wanted to maybe challenge myself. I wanted to go through. So I researched it and I said, okay, this is very mom friendly. I wanted a water birth. I found the one hospital that was able to do it. I went to tour the facility. I went to I started preparing myself for it. I started consuming a lot of whatever positive content to prepare for this, breathing, all that stuff. And I thought, you know what? I think my whole life has trained me for this. I can do this, the breathing stuff. I did this and I think, okay. Correct.
Go on. Wow.
Yeah, so I did I did all that mental prep work only to have my baby be breech. And he did not want to turn.
Okay.
And he didn't want to turn. And I tried. I laid upside down. I did the yoga poses. I went swimming. I did all the things hoping that I could try and turn my baby. But they say there's also a reason, right? There's a reason sometimes if your baby doesn't want to turn, there's a reason for it. I'm going to...
Well, there's just the position upon, the due date comes and the position is just not
Yes.
Ideal.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to turn.
Big baby.
And not only did he not want to turn, so my doctor, my OBGYN said that, okay, we're going to have to schedule. We're going to have to schedule, by the way, a C-section, because if your baby is breech and your water breaks, you're going to have to hightail it to the hospital.
Oh.
You're talking about drop everything and go. You can't dilly-dally at home because if your water breaks and you don't rush, and if the umbilical cord comes through,
it will sort of like affect the baby's heart rate and also oxygen.
Right.
It will
Hence
cause
the word
danger.
emergency.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So, okay. Of course, was I disappointed? Yes. This was the complete opposite of what I wanted. I'm going from being a water birth, I'm going to the far extreme of it. It is every sort of, it's epidural, it's everything, it's under the lights and all that. So I was disappointed. I had to grieve. It's not so dramatic, but I did have to sit with that disappointment for a little bit.
It didn't go the way you wanted.
It didn't, but that's okay. I already
Yeah.
knew and I expected that this is what would happen. And even if I did proceed to a water birth, any moment I could have had an emergency C-section or, things changed. So I already prepared myself. So I did the opposite. I started consuming a lot of positive C-section content of how I can make this more enjoyable as a experience for myself and what I did have within my control. So we had the date. A week before he was due, this was supposed to be on the 15th of July. A week before you're supposed to go in to do the, what is it, EC, what is it, Dr.
The heartbeat.
The heartbeat. ECG?
The CTG.
CTG.
Yeah.
To go in for a CTG. And the CTG is to check the
heart rate.
Just the heart rate. Yeah. And this is very routine, right?
Yeah.
It's part of it if you're going in.
Yes,
So
it is.
I went in, that was a Wednesday morning. And so I'm sitting there getting my CTG, chilling. My husband's chilling on the couch. And then nurse comes in and goes, "Are you uncomfortable?"
Oh.
No. I'm good. I'm all right. I mean, I have been feeling a little kind of tightness, more like my baby has like no room a bit. For the past 2 days, I thought I've been feeling a little bit uncomfortable because I went for an event 2 days ago with yoga and sound healing.
Okay.
And ironically, during that, when I was doing the session,
Okay.
the instructor was like, "Oh, you're pregnant. Oh, I'm not gonna bang the gong next to you because apparently this can trigger labor." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." But I was starting to feel a bit sort of just tight, but nothing crazy. So I'm sitting there getting my CTG, and I'm like, "Oh, la di da 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 di da da," good time. Then my nurse comes out and goes, You're having contractions. I was like, "What do you mean I'm having contractions? I'm not having contractions." She's like,
So
"You're
baby
having
is breech
contractions."
and you're having contractions.
I'm having contractions.
Okay.
She's like, "Hold on a second," and I'm still kind of like, It goes out. Out comes out my doctor in full. She was in the operating theater, and she comes out.
Goodness.
She's and she goes, "You're having this baby. You're having this baby like today." I'm like, and I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "You're having contractions every 1 minute." She's like, "You're having
my
every."
goodness.
They showed me. Then you're having every.
And you
every
were
don't
like,
feel it. No,
That's crazy.
No, I was feeling just.
I was feeling my wife's contractions, Wait, so you were chill?
I was chill. I thought it was maybe Braxton Hicks, like just sort of that kind of.
Yeah.
But this is where the doctor. Is it true that because my baby is breech, that sometimes you may not feel the traditional that kind of contractions, that sometimes you may feel a little bit more in the back?
It is true because the baby couldn't go into the birth canal, so you don't feel the full contraction as what like the full delivery. Yep.
Already
you probably
smarter.
don't feel it that strong.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
So
I will never know,
Yeah.
but now I do. So
You learn a little bit more
for
every day.
everyone who got breech baby, you will think that no, go hospital.
And I was telling my husband like 2 days. I said, I feel like the baby got no room. I was like, I just tired. And I told him, I was like, "I think you need to pack your bag." And he was like, "No lah, I got 1 week." I still got 1 week, and I said, "No, I think you should get ready." And then he did. And luckily enough, it was only the night before that we had put our bag together.
Right.
She comes out and she's like, "Well, you're having this baby," and I'm like, "Now?" She's like, "No, I'm wheeling you into the OR.
you serious?
You're gonna have an emergency.
That's mad.
We have to have an emergency C-section because if your baby, if your water breaks, it is really dangerous."
Right.
She's like, "It is just really dangerous. I can't risk that."
Okay.
So this was 12 o'clock. And then I had to quickly wrap my head around this. My husband's like on the couch, gets up, and I'm like, get my glasses. He called his brother. He's like, "You got to bring the bags in, all that." And then 2 hours later, I had my baby in my arms. It was fast. It was fast. I can feel you in between, but I know you guys had some questions about the dad.
That's crazy. I think as the first time dad, the thing that you're really not ready for is let's go for a routine checkup. It's coming now.
Yeah.
Because we didn't plan the date,
You
It's
haven't
like,
prepared yourself mentally and
Yeah.
emotionally also.
Ours was like, you're like dilated. Huh? I didn't bring anything. I didn't have a lunch yet, So it's like, for everyone who's going to have a baby, I think the first really shocking experience is, let's go check up lah. A bit tight lah, Today, baby.
Happy New Year.
But doctor, since we've been talking about C-sections, we always have to assume as guys don't know anything one.
Yes, correct.
We never take it for granted. If you're a guy and you're like that, right, it means you don't know anything. So
And on behalf of all the audiences,
yes.
it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. No shame.
This is a safe place.
We can always learn together. Hold my hand.
That's why the title is how you do that is a play on words. But what we want to ask is basically, right, most of the audience, we've been talking about C-sections. What is a C-section?
Okay.
Technically.
Very good question.
Explain to
Medical terms.
Correct, because there are a lot of audience that actually follow us and spoke to us. They are planning to have a kid, not even married yet.
Right.
So they really want to know all this ins and outs and how to do that. So I think your expertise would definitely help them.
Yeah, what's a C-section? What does it involve? And how does it work?
Okay, so cesarean section in the short term C-section, it's a surgical way of delivering a baby. So the doctor usually will make an incision at the lower abdomen and also the uterus to bring out the baby. So this procedure, it's very common and it's a very safe procedure to deliver a baby when the natural birth is impossible at that moment.
Right.
So just like what our ladies here has mentioned, you have a emergency case and these are a planned cesarean section. So emergency cesarean section is actually a life-saving procedure.
Right.
It is very important because the ultimate aim is to make sure that the babies and the mothers are safe. So there's various conditions can lead to emergency cesarean section. You get mothers who has, for example, heart condition. They're having high blood pressures, or acute infection that couldn't go into, normal delivery. You have, in other hands, babies' condition whereby the baby is in distress. Their heart rate, their oxygen is not good. They're in abnormal positions such as, bottom first or lying side. Or you do have babies that's too big to come through the birth canal.
Right.
So these are the reasons of a cesarean section.
Right.
Yeah.
So we have two very unique, but these are like the two best example cases of C-sections, the planned C-section and the unplanned C-sections. And I think the one that I also can relate to is my first kid's head very big. So the closer you go to 10 cm, the doctor's like, you better get ready. I'm like, get ready for what? Right? And those are the ones that can't fit through the birth canal, right? So a C-section is short for a cesarean section, which is the surgical procedure to help. And it's basically an emergency procedure to make sure that the mom and the baby are okay. And of course, today there's more options for planned.
So you have plans like what ladies has mentioned about mothers who have maybe a fears to going through the labor pain, or some more want better control in terms of the perception of control and safe, and also mothers who have previous surgery, abdomen surgery, or previous cesarean section, they're unable to go through the natural birth process. They will go to another planned cesarean section.
Okay, well. For all the guys listening through, that's a lot of facts for you all, right? And if you're a guy like me, you probably need to take a while to digest. So let's take a break. It's time to stand up, crack your back. If you have kids and they've been too quiet for the last 15 minutes, time to check on them. And we will be right back in a bit. Guys, by now, I think it's pretty clear as dads, we've got to think about how to support both our wives and our kids at the same time.
That's a fact. It's not only about being hands-on with the kids, but also knowing what kind of nutrition they actually need.
And honestly, a lot of us dads, we start off pretty clueless here.
I'm still very clueless.
It's okay.
But it's no excuses anymore because nowadays there's even formula milk designed for C-section born kids like the Aptamil Kid C-Syn B.
Exactly. And it's trusted by 9 out of 10 C-section moms.
It's the first and only proven formula here in Malaysia for C-section children. But you don't have to just hear it from us. Head to the link in the description to get a free sample in the Aptamil Kid Mini program.
And we're back. So, Mick, I read from our Telegram that usually our listeners would listen to us in their car either to work or back from work.
Oh, so just listen only. So the effort we put in all this, not saying that you should take your eye off the road. Thank you very much.
But maybe listen 2 times. One on the road and then one at home.
Correct. It's okay in the comments, they say things got what sound. It's a podcast. Of course, there's a lot of sounds. Do we apologize for it? Maybe, but it's okay, because actually we make video for you already, okay? So hey, we're backtracking. Let's get back to the topic.
All right.
Let's get back to the topic. We put effort into our videos. That's all I'm going to say, okay?
Yes.
So we heard a lot about Melissa's C-section story.
Yes.
Fun fact, I also didn't know what's water birth. I thought the water come out more during the birth. I honestly know there's some water involved. I didn't know you go into the swimming pool and then the baby come out. Until I heard John also did water birth, remember?
Yes, I wanted to go.
I think so. Right.
You wanted to do water birth?
I don't know what it is. How could I know what to do? Mine came close to a C-section. My baby refused to come out. Need to put vacuum. Oh my gosh, never again. My baby come out, we look like
oh no, my baby came out looking like that.
Look like a cone also?
Yeah.
Then I look at it and I was like, no matter what, I will love you.
I was worried for months.
But it's not about it. One story and one baby that I do follow on social media as well is Jane's baby. And Jane, how was your experience? So you planned it.
Yeah, I planned it.
And leading up to the day, did everything go according to plan?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, my baby's due date is in end of May.
Okay.
And I actually planned the dates as well.
Oh.
I wanted a Taurus.
Okay, I see. So it's truly...
I really calculate everything. So I actually did a lot. Like, I actually watched C-section videos, everything. So I'm mentally prepared what is coming. So when I was in the surgery room, I actually chat with the doctors and stuff. So, so what are you doing now?
I was going to ask you, if I were you, I'm not doing
Then I was like, oh, okay. So the whole process, I was quite chill. Maybe my personality is more like the calm because I really know what is happening. So I know like whatever that is injecting behind my back, what is coming, what's the feeling going to be like. Okay. And I think a lot girls or a lot of ladies who went in, they are afraid of the part where you feel like you're not breathing. Because at one point, some people thought they are not breathing. That's why they got like freak out during the surgery. Yeah. Because when you get like, I think when you're numb, the epidural hits and then you feel like you're not breathing at all. So this is something I read and then I tell myself, okay, I need to remember that I'm actually breathing.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you don't freak out during the whole
I had no idea. When the epidural hit, my wife, she was so happy, man. Like she was like,
I think it's a different one.
I think it's because it's more relaxed.
Yeah.
Your muscle is more relaxed and you don't feel that kind of like
breathing.
Yeah. So it's more like relaxed, the whole situation.
So, but it feels like you're not breathing, lah.
I didn't really think about it.
Okay,
I
so
just read before. It's just anything that will go wrong, I will just read it first.
Oh my
Because I need to know everything down to the dot.
She's well prepared.
I relate to it.
So when I was quite chill. I was just doing videos.
During the procedure?
Yeah, actually for me, I posted on YouTube. So my husband came. I was like, oh, where's my husband? Then he's like, what do I do now? I was like, oh, can you put the camera there? The doctor was like, open here. Can you put the camera there? Then I was asking, are you okay? He's looking at me, what do you need? I was like, nothing, just help me take photo.
This
So I was quite chill. My whole
level chill.
experience was quite chill. So not everyone had the same experience as mine. Because maybe I'm more like the chill kind of person.
I think the best part is it went so smoothly, you were so chill.
Yeah.
Did you have the curtain and everything also?
Yeah, they just blocked
They
you
have
here.
I don't know.
No, they
They just block you in front.
I asked, I said, can I have the transparent curtain?
Oh my
'Cause I knew
God.
I would. But I don't know if that's, I'm the kind of same, I want to see. But I don't know if
I
that's,
think it's advisable, right?
I don't know if that's the thing here, but I don't know if it's all over Malaysia or if it was just maybe in my case because my baby was breech. My doctor told me, because they record it for me, but they did say, I'm going to cut before, when they recording coming out, I'm going to cut before his head comes out because a breech baby, her words, I'm going to do kung fu. He's going to look like kung fu. It's going to be like, whap, pop, boom, pop, boom,
Wow.
yeah, so I think,
you can fold the baby
and I don't, they were like, so it can be it'll look rough. I think they want to protect you from seeing that.
Is it more the visual shock, is it?
Yeah, I think because for Melissa's case is when you cut through the water bag, the baby will just turn. So there's chance that the doctor couldn't control the position of the baby and hence the difficulty in delivering the baby. And that will cause problems.
Okay, I didn't watch that video.
I have it. It's like
I wasn't prepared for that.
I relate to Jin. I watched everything I could. Because I felt, we will probably talk about this a bit. I felt like I got nothing else to contribute. I already contributed 9 months ago. And I'm just waiting now. You know what I mean?
But I think the screen is also a protection to reduce the fear and also, when you see really things cutting out, blood's coming out, I think at some point you will still feel the fear as well. Yeah. It's just to protect everyone, I think. Yeah.
Same, because as mentally as I did try to prepare, like there was a chance of an emergency because it was going so fast. I felt my heart race. I think I was cool. I was so cool. I was cool until when I was on the table and the lights started going, and that's when I felt, okay, I started feeling a bit nauseous. Oh. And I remember them being at that point and be like, where's the husband? They're like, get the husband in, get the husband in to come in. Yeah. And then my anesthesiologist is what they do. They just adjust, I think a bit of the medication because that nausea can come. Because I remember saying, can I just throw up?
I feel many of them did throw up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
The effect of medications.
Yeah.
No, the nurse maybe you start the question first because it's exactly what we're going to talk about. The husbands.
Yes. You mentioned both your husband were in the operation theater with both of you? Like from the start till the end? Like what did they do? I want to know.
After you.
After you.
So they can only enter after certain procedures are done.
Like the
epidural.
Then they start,
after that.
There's different, like if you are planned cesarean section, then I think the husband can be in for the whole journey. But if you're emergency, then it's different story.
Because it's emergency, everything is not prepared, not planned.
They told me that sometimes they just can't wait. But in my case, it was all right. But his side, his point of view was when all that was happening is wheeling in. They had him in a holding room to change while I was getting, and then he said it was a storeroom with just a bunch of boxes, and he was just like, hello?
It's true.
He was like, excuse me? And like, is someone gonna come and get me? And I remember thinking, like,
It's true. The husband is not the priority already.
Yeah,
You
just
can
find your
find the
way.
staircase there, you change there.
So for both of you guys was, okay, so for the emergency one, he changed and go in. Was Jin, was your husband also there from step one, or he only, like what you said, he only came in at a certain time? Or
Yeah, after the epidural, when we are on the
Yes.
surgery
the table already
table
lah.
already.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, then only they can enter lah.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
everything is set up, then only
Yeah,
they
yeah,
enter.
yeah.
I think it's better because they have to move around, the
Yeah.
doctor, the nurses, they have to
It's very I think it's very important that the dad is there.
Yeah.
And at least my team really made it a priority. They were very kind. From the minute, at least my doctor was like, what is your playlist?
same.
Hell, I think we had the same doctor. I think we
Really?
had
What is your what?
I think we had the same.
Playlist.
I think we had the same doctor.
playlist?
Yeah.
Yeah. This,
You usually have a
Your
radio
playlist.
in
But I
the
don't
operation
remember it.
theatre.
Where was my playlist?
Where was my playlist?
yes.
How come I don't have one?
I had no playlist. I only had nurses.
Is this for C-section only? Like playlist in
Usually
non-
in operation theatre, they
the
do have
theatre.
in the theatre.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have it in the labor suite.
I was like, why got music? Like, I thought we were only waiting for the cry.
Yeah, I also waiting for my playlist.
I was like, wow, that's the cry.
Yeah.
That's the only music I had.
I think it's that one point of life where husbands feel the most useless.
Right.
Is that point. They're so useless. And some more, when my wife didn't go through birth, but I was so curious, I decided to peek. And what I saw, I will never forget. You know? So I feel very close to my wife, but also I understand now what can make me faint. 100%. For C-sections, do you also have the husband sign the document if you faint, we don't care about you?
Yeah, I think to enter, they do have to.
Oh, you
have
all
to
know
give
this.
consent.
We have to give consent, right?
Consent, yeah.
So I don't know about you guys, but I had to sign a document. If I black out, they're just going to kick me to the side of the
Yes.
first, and then they will attend to me after they are done attending to my wife. So first baby was okay. I was so excited. Second baby, it hit. I don't know why, but I felt it. When the placenta came out, the smell filled the room, right? Suddenly my feet, I cannot feel anymore. Like, I also got epidural. Like, wait. And then I saw the baby come out and I was so happy. And I felt like puking on my baby at the same time. I cannot explain this, but really, I think husbands, right? It sounds funny, but be there in the room, support emotionally, and if you want to drop and faint, go to the corner. That's it.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure, you can.
So when was that moment for you? They say, when is that moment for you that you felt like, I'm a dad? Like,
Oh my gosh.
Was that the moment when you held your baby, or is that throughout, with pregnancy?
I think it got very real when the doctor said it's coming now.
Okay.
Then I went, oh, wow. Right? But I think it's the night where everything calmed down already and everyone's in the hospital room and you finally have the time alone from the doctors and the nurses. I'm a dad. That's the time. During the operation theatre, I'm just trying not to puke on my wife, right? So it's very different. It was a very big experience. I think for guys, we talked about it briefly before, right? You might not be ready for the sights and the sounds and the smells of the operating theatre. Dr. Alvin, do you deliver babies as well?
No, I don't.
Okay,
but
so
I've been during my medical officer time. I do C-section.
You did
C-section.
C-sections?
Yeah. That's
Okay,
when I
okay.
was in Sarawak doing training. We
All
do
right.
have to perform cesarean
I
section.
got see husbands faint before or not?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Because I think
and then you kick him onto the side?
we don't. We do have nurses to attend to them. Yeah.
Wow, so it's for real one.
It's real because I think I assume that it's due to the adrenaline rush and also the excitement and also at the same time the smell, the blood and all this. It's very overwhelming. I think
It is.
at that moment. Yeah.
The emotional support you have to give to your wife is immense because the things that I didn't know, which we will go through, the doctor said, you just remember, just don't worry, we're all here. We got no judgment. Then I'm like, why are you asking me this? Why are you telling my wife this? Oh yeah, because some wives, when they push or they're undergoing this, they will pee and they shit and everything. Then I say, hold on. You're telling me my wife's legs are going to be spread and there's going to be pee and shit? I'm like, what? You know? And we talked about this together and I'm like, I will love you no matter what. And the day came, I can safely say, I will love her no matter what still. So we are safe. But it is an experience.
Yeah,
I understand why husbands black out. Well, both your husbands super chill, like steady, no,
Yeah.
okay.
He is
Wow.
okay.
Respect or wow,
And then in a C-section as well, because we're on the table, and then once the baby comes out, they did tell us they'll bring the baby to you, but then after the baby will go away because they have to
get checks,
check,
right?
they check everything, and that's when the dad's gonna go
Yeah,
and be
you'll
there
know, yeah.
while we're kind of
Yeah. So what do we do
having
now?
the best sleep of our lives. They told me that we're gonna knock you out for a little bit and then sew you up, and then the dads will kind of go in with the baby and record and all that.
I just stood there. The nurse told me to go here, I go there.
Literally, the nurse said, okay, you need to stand there. Yep, I'll stand here. Call me when you need me. Move there. Yes, I'll stand right here. Literally, I'm just standing at the different corners of the room until they said, okay, you can go to your wife now.
Yeah. The nurse like, would you like to hold my baby? Can I?
The nurse asked, you want to hold your baby? I said, it's okay, just leave it there.
I think that's the only time where I was very scared to hold the baby because I'm like, is it ready for me to hold? You know?
Yeah. This is the
my-
first time, that one. Okay, now we spoke about the whole entire experience leading up to it and all that kind of stuff. Now, I guess a lot of people would want to know, so how was your recovery like? I'm sure recovery for different people is different, you know? So how is it like for you, like Jane?
Mine was pretty
Smooth, everything well planned.
Yeah.
Date also.
Wow. Serious?
No, I was mentally prepared. Oh, your first getting up will be
Yeah.
super pain. All this time, I'm like, okay, I try to get up. It's okay. The only part. No, it feels like. No, it feels like if you work out,
Right.
it feels like you did 1,000 at workout in a day.
Oh, wow.
That kind of pain.
Let me imagine.
That muscle pain.
I can't
until you
relate.
cannot come up. When you laugh, also pain kind.
Oh.
But it's not a foreign pain that I never tried. It feels like I did
At workout lah.
at workout.
I can't relate. I
For
don't
me
work
lah.
out. So I need to understand
Yeah.
your stomach ache.
Okay. Then what about the
Yeah.
recovery? It took
Right.
definitely took a few months.
Yeah, a few months.
Oof.
But I went out after my confinement.
Which is a month
I
after.
went back to work.
Oh, you went back to work after a
Yeah.
month?
I just suspect that Jane is a superwoman. She's not fully human being. The pain tolerance is
My
max
pain tolerance is
level.
quite high, I would say.
Yo,
Yeah.
you know, I
Yeah.
heard that there are some women during confinement started their businesses. Did businesses from their confinement centers.
My God.
I was like, wait, hold on, what? You just gave birth and you started this business from your confinement center? Yeah,
Because
my
you have nothing
partner
to
was
do.
another mother from the other room. Huh?
What?
It's got too hot already.
No, really. There are people so career-minded that even during their recovery, they are working.
Does it help that before that also you're already in shape or you already take
Yeah,
care?
I was quite active lah.
Did
I
you
work
supplement
out.
up also before or like?
I
eat
do take
specifically?
supplements, like
Okay.
the usual supplements that we need to do. We take like iron and like calcium and stuff like that.
Like how long did your recovery take? Maybe. Do you remember or like can't remember? I went
Yeah, how
back to
many
work.
months till you step back into the gym? Like you feel that your body is recovered enough for you?
4 months.
4 months. Yeah.
4 months.
Because,
4 months.
doctor, correct me if I'm wrong, it takes a C-sect mother longer to
6,
recover.
About 6.
Then
Definitely.
Then
Yeah,
natural.
it's longer.
Yeah, cesarean section is still a major surgery.
Oh, okay.
It's still a surgery, so that's why the recovering from out to in, different layers, and also the whole situation. Yeah, it does take a bit longer, definitely, compared to a normal delivery.
Is there follow-ups to check?
I'm sure that the OBGY doctors will follow up and
Right.
see the wound, and also at 6 weeks post delivery, the usual women's check.
Right,
Yep.
right. Understand. So, Mel, was it the same for you? Like straight up recovery or like?
Hey,
Okay.
her story from just now has not gone with her plan, not gone as planned. So how was your recovery?
Okay, this is where I'll briefly say if there are any moms out there who are going to have a C-section and you're just wanting to, because I really believe in consuming obviously the positive stuff really leading up to skip this part. Skip
Okay,
that out.
okay.
Skip this part here, but then I'll have but it'll end on a positive note.
Okay.
I would say I have a very high pain tolerance as well.
Okay, can't relate. Okay.
I'm nervous.
Bloody heck was my recovery rough, man. It was so damn painful.
Oh, actually, right after this episode, right, we need to sit down. We need to sit down and
It's
Jane.
like, Pain or not pain?
Very different experiences.
But it's true. I've had friends who had a C-section. They were like, it was really okay, and they were all right. I don't know. Maybe it was my baby was breech, and because it's breech, by the way, it's the longest scar.
Oh.
It's bigger, and when it comes, I mean, I've watched the video. It's rough.
Oh,
the way the
gosh.
baby, they kind of,
Yeah.
it's true. Yeah, it is rough, and also okay. It was really painful for me. Like I was like begging that night for being like, give him more morphine.
Give me drugs.
I was like,
Okay.
give me, because after your baby comes out, they're going to bring the baby to you to latch. And when everything, the adrenaline wears off, the epidural wears off. And, and as a mommy, I was so determined to make this work. And even though I was in a lot of pain, I would force myself up. And, I really wanted to keep every 2 hours to do that. And, I was in a lot of pain. I was in, and after that, when we did go home, because my baby came a week early, we engaged a confinement lady.
No, go ahead.
Could not get
I
a
remember
confinement.
this.
We couldn't start
I remember this. Yes.
So for the first 2 weeks, and we did go to my sister-in-law's place to stay. So we did have lovely help, but the nights were me and my husband and our newborn, right? We didn't know what we were doing, and my business next to me. So I was doing ab crunches, getting up every to my baby. So that was tough. We didn't have a night because we didn't have help at night.
Yeah.
And I was pushing myself to do that, and I was getting up, walking. And because my baby struggled to actually latch, it didn't come easy. He would not be able to suck, and he would cry. So it wasn't like magically put on. This was easy. It wasn't. It was. Yeah, and I was determined to always get it. We had to learn each other, right? But I was also had to pump, and I was getting up and walking like far towards the fridge and all that. So my setup wasn't good. That was also you live and you learn. Now I realize I shouldn't have physically be pushing myself straight away. I really should have just reclined and all of that. So, and bless my husband, he had to learn how to strap me. Because my doctor was like, you need to change her. You need to check. You must make sure it's always clean. It's always sanitary. If you see any sort of any blood, anything straight away, you're going to come clean it. But I'm going to teach you how to bind her. So, boom, boom. So every time he was rebinding me, all that with to keep everything in. So that was that side. I admittedly after that was a little bit traumatized. I was like, I don't know. But time heals everything. And you ask me now, I'd say I'd do it again. Absolutely. I will do it again.
Separate topic. My wife also like that.
Yeah.
My wife first one epidural didn't work. So she went on
Feeling everything.
I felt it. I felt the nails in my skin. And then after a while, oh dear, I think we need a second baby. I'm like, excuse me?
Yeah.
But she cannot remember anything that happened. The pain gone. Separate topic, maybe Dr. Kamel have another one. But I wanted to ask, right, did you guys have to, for normal birth, we were released maybe a day or two after the birth. For C-section moms, do you need to stay back longer in the hospital?
Yeah.
How long did you guys stay?
Another 2 nights. Another 2 nights.
Usually third day.
Third day,
If
yeah.
everything is okay, the wound is good, then
I
usually
see.
at third day. Yeah.
So go home and recover lah.
They tell you, they're like, the next day they're like, you gotta get up and walk. And you're like, you're telling me I gotta get up and walk? Oh man, and that
Mine was just the peeing part.
the pee, the
I
first
couldn't pee.
the first pee is like
No, I couldn't pee at all.
I don't know why,
It's
but I
weird.
feel something.
yeah. What about the constipation?
No, I couldn't pee at all. So I have to put the, what is it called?
tube.
The
The tube.
yeah.
Twice.
Ayo.
3 times.
Ayo.
See, this
That was
episode
the-
is
that
not
was the
supposed to
painful
scare
part.
you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Other
we're
than that,
just
I'm okay.
Yeah.
sharing experiences.
This is why I honestly believe my wife is at least 10 times stronger than me. Because I just recovered from a very bad stomach bug. My diarrhea was so bad. Diarrhea only, I cannot even get up on my bed. I can't even like this. I like this one time, everything come out my backside. And my wife can get up and do what she needs to do. And I don't know how you all do it, but I confirm already, my pain tolerance is -10. Y'all is plus 20. All right, but let's do. Dr. Alvin has been so patient this whole time, right? So the ladies have really shared their C-sect. And to Dennis and I is very, very new learning because I think Jazel, natural birth. Mine, semi-natural birth. Because at the last moment, he realized that the head not coming out, vacuum straight. Oh, that's an experience I don't think I can forget. I want to ask, right now, with how everything is going, like how medical tech is so advanced already, healthcare is so advanced, is it common, or nowadays, that a rising number of moms or more moms are planning C-sections in Malaysia, for example?
By looking at the trend, yes, I would say yes. There's definitely more and more mother who wanted it. The reasons like I mentioned just now, and also due to cultural and also social belief. People want People want auspicious dates,
right.
or planning on their working and a lot of things. So definitely there is a trend of going out. Looking at statistic as well, we do have quite a high rate of C-section compared to the guidelines. So the guidelines will say about 15% of the mother will go for cesarean section. In our Malaysia, we're probably up to 25-27%.
So 1 out of every 4 mothers.
Yes.
Wow.
So it's very common, I would say. Yep. And it's getting more.
Then we really did this episode at a good time. 1 out of 4 mothers is C-section babies. 1 out of 4 mothers is 100 times stronger.
I think a lot of it also because it's really like what Jane experienced. Because nowadays, mothers are also very active out there working.
Also working mothers.
So I feel like there's a lot of things that you cannot just like, okay, I'm going to be off 3 months, then I just wait at home and do nothing, right? Because I think you have to work every single month leading up to you giving birth. So I think planning the date is easier for the current gen.
Actually, I know side note, right? Because personally, we also watched Melissa and Jane online, and you guys were so pregnant. So pregnant.
We are pregnant.
And you're so pregnant, but still so work, I don't know how y'all do it.
That time was just sort of like after the whole pandemic and everything, and they both went into like busy mode immediately.
It's I think it's the thing. The more pregnant my wife became also, right, the more she felt like she needs to do things, I don't know whether it's true for everyone, but I can come home and my wife moved the whole living room upside down. Pregnant lady moving a 2-seater couch by herself, And they call it nesting or something like I think, right? But I don't know. You guys got inhuman strength, man, when you are pregnant, seriously. But hey, is it true? I don't know.
No science about it.
I'm sure it's just my own question only. Just out of curiosity, because just now earlier we heard from Jane that she planned a Taurus baby.
Yeah.
What's the logic or the thought process behind the Taurus? Why? Why this date?
Okay, so my sister is a Taurus and my business partner also a Taurus, and we work really well together. So I'm like, okay, maybe I want a Taurus baby.
So you want to be like a
a
mama baby.
But do you calculate whether your husband works well with Taurus?
Don't care. It's about her. It's not about. It's not about.
It's secondary. It's not important.
It's not about him.
Do you see Alvin here?
He has to work for this.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, it's okay.
Do you see him here? No, it's Jane here. We're not
It's
talking
okay.
about him. Sorry, Hanpin.
This
We
is
also.
fine with my sister.
Okay, so
Yeah.
for you was at the moment when you thought you immediately it was Taurus, right?
Yeah, because it's like the dates.
It was because it's May, right? You mentioned.
It was end of May, so it was I think he was supposed to be a Gemini baby. It's like in between lah. It's like one day before. It's like in between. So I'm like, okay, maybe I want like a Taurus baby. So I pick a date.
So you don't work well with Gemini lah.
No lah, my best friend is also a Gemini.
Oh, so you could have both lah.
I could have lah.
I like how we're
But I
talking
like
about it.
her
Dr. Alvin is like,
It's like,
What's this?
I just give up lah, guys. Just give up. No
Yeah,
idea.
but I actually have like feng shui and all just to see if
did
it's
you
a good
calculate
date.
that also?
Yeah.
Okay, then how did
No,
that?
actually they don't tell you what is a good date.
Okay,
They just say if it's a good date.
it's between this date to this
Yeah,
date.
you just
then, okay.
pick a date. You pick, not they pick.
Or you pick the date, then they'll tell you whether it's good or not.
Yeah. They can't give you dates or you have to come on
Right,
these few
right.
days. Yeah.
Yeah.
hey man.
Out of these dates, which
Yeah.
one is
Yeah,
good?
yeah.
Like the
I have
wedding,
to
like
pick.
your wedding lah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Actually, to share with Minghan, I know you don't believe anything
I believe
like
it.
that, right? But there's actually a proper calendar that has dates. It's like a normal calendar,
Right.
And at the bottom there, they
Oh,
can
yeah,
tell you
yeah, the
start a
Chinese one.
business, get
Yes, yes,
married. To renovate your house, this date is
The
good.
Chinese one.
Yeah,
That you
it's
tear the
legit.
paper every day one.
They have signs. They got
That's it.
signs.
My grandpa got to tear the paper every day one.
All right.
Is there all the horse and everything on it?
Yes. The horse means you can do this. The snake means you can do this.
My
If you see
20.
this, you don't do that.
Last
Yeah,
time
yeah,
I
yeah.
asked my grandpa, this is all what? You finally answer a question I have for 20 plus years, bro.
What's that?
I don't know what is what.
But ChatGPT can do it for you now.
Yes,
It's so good.
That's great.
Chat.
No, you can tell. You can
Guys,
really, it can do it for you.
I just want to remind everyone, we're in the midst of a doctor. Let's be more. Let's be more intellectual.
I'm sure you get this a lot with your because my doctor did. She was like, okay, tell me. I know you guys need to go plan, so go talk to your feng shui person and then come back and then tell me what day you want. I'll give you a few.
You know what I'm just thinking?
What?
I can't imagine if I'm the doctor, right? You come inside, you sit down here. All right, so tell me what's the problem. Doctor, Chat told me, right, that if I... Chat told you? Chat.
Can I tell you the only thing I asked my doctor? The baby said, you coming out here, right? The baby, yeah. Yes. Are you going on holiday? That's the only thing I asked. And the funny part was, my baby came 1 week earlier and the doctor was on holiday. Okay, we are going to make full use of Dr. Alvin being here.
Correct.
Okay.
I feel that we haven't asked him, grilled him enough.
So everyone, Jane, Mel, this is the time. No one paying consultation fee today. Free questions for everybody. Okay.
I think the first question I have actually, Jane did ask me earlier just now that whether they got any differences, right? So, doctor, are there actually any a difference in health, especially in immunity between a c-sect child and a non-c-sect child?
So I guess this is a common question that parents will ask, and the short answer is yes. The reason because of they're different in terms of the immune system. We know that a baby were born naturally, they pass through the birth canal, and they're exposed to the mother's good natural bacteria. So the bacteria actually seeded the gut from the beginning, from the word go, then hence a good immunity later on.
Right.
Whereas you have a baby who born via cesarean section, they exposed to totally different bacteria. They're exposed to bacteria from the skin, from the hospital environment, and from the operation theater. And there's also studies says that baby who born via cesarean section, they do have a risk of getting allergies, asthma, or even infection later on in life. So, but the important thing is the difference is actually small, and it doesn't mean that the cesarean born babies are unhealthy. There is always things to be done to close the gap. Things like breastfeeding, things like skin to skin contact, a good nutrition that is able to help to close the gap between the two.
Because I think one thing that sent me down the rabbit hole for this is that I had more and more friends also who chose C-section. And I think I remember, I follow a lot of doctors and their podcasts or their talks, right? And something that occurred to me is, when the baby come out C-section, they don't need to squeeze through the canal. And then I started thinking, does that make my kids different? Because my kid come out with a cone. And then would it have any difference to the brain? And then that sent me down because technically, right, it's as if your first entrance to the world is a massage. So it's like, come on, right? Versus a C-section, which is very open. So that led me down a lot of different things because as my wife and I were one of the very early ones in our circles to have kids. So none of our friends had kids. Dennis nowhere close to even a kid at that time, And there were so many questions that we had to ask and no one could help us with. But now, 5 years later, fast forward, or 7 years later, a lot of people have been asking us. And the biggest thing is like, hey, I'm about to do a C-section. Is it safe? And I'm like, I'm not a doctor, So why you ask me? But it sent me down a lot of questions. That's why I was like, also like having you here. There is a bit of a difference because of how the baby is being born. Right.
And also, when we talk, I think people will be confused. What's the gut microbiota and immunity? What's the link? Why it is so? Because we know that 70% of our immune cell actually stay in the gut. So our gut is like a hub for the immune function.
Right.
So that's why we look at the gut microbiota is like a teacher. So when the baby was born, the immune system are very naive, so they can't differentiate what is good and bad.
Right.
So the gut microbiota is like their teacher teach them on what is good, what is infection. That's how the immune system built later on. Damn. Yeah. So that's the what we're talking about. Gut health is not only digestion, but it's more than that. It's the immune
a lot
system
more.
That,
So I just need to prove to everyone I'm not stupid. I did psychology, a bit of biopsych as well. And there's more and more research coming out about the brain-gut link.
Yep.
Right? That your gut also plays into mental health.
Yep.
And going forward, that's why it was a very big thing to also research for my kids, especially for their gut health. Because nowadays, it's like kids eat everything, and anything. So for the gut health, we are mainly talking about biotics. Yep. Probiotics. Everyone learn. I also grew up, probiotics. You need a small drink every day.
Drink only. We don't know what
don't know what it is, but drink only, right?
Got pre, got pro. I drink.
I drink. I think this is one of the things. Maybe you can ask you, right? Because as adults, I think we are more exposed to just eat this supplement is probiotics, this probiotics plus probiotics. Then suddenly 1 year we learn prebiotics. I'm like, got pre-workout one. Before I eat the probiotics, I got to eat the pre. Like, hey bro. And I call Dennis. Before you work out, you do prebiotics. Then he's like, what are you talking about, man? Can you explain a bit more about this as well? Because I think we want to have kids, man. I think one thing we want to, even my pediatrician has talked to us about it. For the parents who go through C-section, it's not like an end-all worry about whether your baby comes out C-section or non-C-section. Yeah. There's always things you can do nowadays with food and everything. But there are so many pro and prebiotics, doctor.
Yep.
I cannot keep up already. My kid can only eat so many one day, right?
Okay.
Even as adults, right? But can you tell us what really matters to our kids? With C-section kids in mind.
So probiotics is basically a live organism that actually confer health benefits in an adequate amount. So when we're talking about probiotics, it's always strain specific and amount specific to give a good health benefits. Whereas prebiotics itself is actually a food for the probiotics. So imagine you plant a seed in a gut, it's like probiotics, and you give fertilizer, it's like prebiotics.
Right.
So if you give fertilizer, the plant grow better.
Right.
So that's come the term of symbiotic, a combination of pre and probiotics. That works better in terms of the gut health.
Dennis, you okay not? Dennis was science team last time, so he understands this all.
You take this together?
Yeah, you take
at
this
the same time.
Yes.
Or is there a better time in the morning? Do you take this in the morning? How do you?
You do have a commercial available pre and probiotic together, or you do have prebiotics as a natural food, such as fruits and vegetables.
Okay.
Or even oats is a prebiotics.
Hey, oats.
Yeah.
Sorry,
so you have probiotics as natural bacteria that in your gut. You can supplement in probiotics from a commercial way. So in terms of cesarean section, we do have a combination pre and probiotics, symbiotics that actually can help to restore the gut health in the baby.
And the gut health in a baby. What are we looking for if you feel that your baby does have an issue with the gut health? Are you talking about spitting up? Are you talking about stool? Are you discomfort?
Yeah.
What are we?
So gut health is a very wide topic. Just like I mentioned, the digestion is one of the part. Like the digestion meaning spitting out, digesting, diarrhea, constipation is one of it. The other bigger part we are looking at is the immune system. We do have people saying that gut as second brain, the heart, the brain and gut axis. That a good gut does give you a good brain health as well.
Yeah.
So that's a wider, broader coverage. So when we talk about gut health, it's actually all these things. Yes.
And this is a concern for C-section babies. Is there a time? Like, is this like we're talking up until 1 year or 2? Like,
so there is always a window period in science that people saying that the first 3 years of life is the golden age to restore.
Okay.
So of course we do want it to be as soon as possible, right?
You have time. We just know about this.
Can you see the
She was so worried. She's like,
3 years.
I did not check this out. I researched everything, but this one
because I've been thinking about the environment. You've been thinking about the first 3 years about we're messing our kids up in terms of their anxiety of all this stuff. The first 3 years, I was like his gut. I didn't think about his gut.
So that's why I think parenting is tough because you're looking at a lot of aspects. The mental health, the gut health, the general health. The growth and development as well. There's so many aspects, right? So I mean, today focusing on the gut, we do have time. Like the the window period is the first 3 years of life. We intervene by good nutrition, by if a newborn is breastfeeding, all these are tactics to actually restore the gut health.
It's too late for me already, lah. Like if it's the first 3 years of life.
Jade is 4.
Still got time.
No more already.
Okay.
First 3 years.
All the best, Jade. I would think that there is always a continuation efforts that actually give a good gut health. But of course, the science says the window period is the first 3 years. But it's not just stop there.
It's not a hard stop, right? I mean, it's like no use also. 3 years you do so well, then 4 years bye, you're all the best.
I mean, even now I'm focusing on my gut health also. So
understand.
we have spoke enough for this moment. All right. So let's take a short break. It's perfect time for you to top up your coffee, stretch your legs.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Or just stare blankly into the space like a proper adult for 10 seconds. We'll continue in just a moment. I'll see you guys. Ming,
Hey.
why are we as dads doing an episode on C-section?
I'm going to be honest. I was just curious about if there's any long-term difference between a C-section and a non-C-section child's immunity and what we as dads can help, because obviously we don't go through the experience like moms do.
Nope, we don't. But what we can help with is to be there along the way. So not just helping to take care of the moms, which is very important, but to understand how to take care of the mom and the C-section child.
Yeah, we can learn about how to help support the child's immunity, right? And I didn't realize how important both prebiotics and probiotics are for children, especially those born from C-section long term. And it's not just about the prebiotics and probiotics, it's also having the right types of them in the milk.
Yes, like that Aptamil Kid C Sin B here.
Yeah, that kind specifically made for C-section kids. I didn't know nowadays, God. It's the first and only proven formula for C-section born children in Malaysia, Aptamil Kid.
That's right, the Aptamil Kid C Sin B milk. Links are in the description to redeem a free sample in the Aptamil Kid mini program.
Hey, Dennis, what do you do during your break?
I sat down here
Wow,
comfortably.
that's amazing. All right, let's get back into it before you guys use your coffee. Maybe to a further question along this line, right? Like, kids C-section or non-C-section, yes, of course, I guess from what you say now, for C-section babies, there's a bit more focus that you can give, a bit more, I guess like you can be a bit more intentional with nutrition, for example. And along the lines of nutrition, the first thing we talk about is, I guess, is milk. Are all milk formulas equipped with probiotics, or is this something that we need to look out for?
I think it's not all milk powder that contains probiotics. I think you need to look out for certain brands, but we do have a milk powder that has symbiotic, like say the combination of pre and probiotics that actually in science proven to restore a condition called dysbiosis, the imbalance of the gut, which is the bad bacteria that is surplus a good one. It's called dysbiosis. We do have a tactic of giving symbiotic to restore that.
I see. Oh, time to look out for it. Now I know. Last time we don't know.
Now I know why after listening to doctors speak, right? Like why my parents say to me raising a child is easy. No. Their time was easy. They didn't have to think about the prebiotic and the probiotic when I was up to 3 years old.
Oh, last time I probiotic, I pick up the stool in the park and I start, bro.
Inside I made myself sand.
But no, I
It
feel
works,
like
right?
it works. Yeah. Okay, we go.
My mom would say, you're still alive, alright?
Still alive.
You're strong, alright? You can go to gym, alright?
My grandma said, you died already, man. No. I'm like, grandma, I'm sorry. But yeah, I guess today we can be a bit more intentional because I think one of the biggest things that we learn from our pediatrician as well is health and I think just food in general and nutrition has progressed so far. So there's so many options available and good options, especially with that. Let's just say in nutrition in general, let's say we're talking about food for babies or even C-section babies. What is a very good easy combo for probiotics and prebiotics? Because my baby definitely cannot eat
And
oats.
how much should they become? I need to know this. I need to know.
How much?
Probiotics, it's always the prebiotics to begin with. It's always the fruits and vegetables. It's adequate amount. If you're talking really on a quantity, we are advised on half of plates of fruits and vegetables. That's what we recommended. Probiotics itself, you can get it from yogurt, kefir, all these fermented things. Of course, we don't give it to our kids. So you can supplements with commercial available products that contains of adequate amount of probiotics. Yeah.
Yogurt, very easy.
Yep.
My kids love
But
yogurt.
what's the adequate amount?
We are talking, if you're talking about science, they're talking about 1 billion unit per mil, like that amount. But of course, we don't really calculate it per se. So those who are available, commercial available product, they do reach the standard. Yeah.
Okay.
Doctor, I have a question because this is to help people who are like looking for, the product info and the words that we usually don't see unless we're a doctor. I'm very familiar with certain terms like lactobacillus. We grew up with this. Hey, we grew up
I feel like dictionary.
Hey, sorry. I am Pasadaranesis. No, it's lactobacillus is one of the probiotics, right? Because we grew up with this with all the cultured milk.
Yep.
So I know this, but we're not looking for this. If you could advise people, what are we looking for as a specific strain of probiotics in products?
So, like I mentioned before, when we look at probiotics, it's always strain specific. So lactobacillus is one of the strain-specific probiotics can help in terms of gut health.
Yeah.
We do have bifidobacterium as well, bifidobacterium breve, which is human residential bacteria, which is good for children's gut as well. That actually can give a good gut health as well. Yeah.
So these are the terms to look out for. If they say that they got probiotics, you must at least look for these kind of things.
Yes.
Don't say I didn't help you. Don't say I didn't help you. These are some things you can look for. Okay? We're moving on to this part because you see, as dads, that's all we can help with. We can't breastfeed. We can't even give birth. So
we can research on
something. We can research. Correct. We can research. My biggest contribution to my family is nutrition and medication because my kids don't see section all got my allergy and asthma also lah. So happy new year to me, right? So it's like this is actually one of the biggest thing I think dads can do is because most of the time we are pretty helpless or we cannot really help much with anything else. But I think I can help bring in like, let's try a few yogurts for the kids. Or let's try a few fruits for the kids. I have one girl who hates anything fruits and vegetables. I got one girl who eats everything. And I got to find the balance, right? I think one really big question here is maybe we can get Dr. Alvin to give the more educated or the more easier and straightforward answer. But for the wives, for the moms, for Jane and Melissa, is there anything that, you wish you knew before or you can say now that dads can actually do for you guys to provide better support?
If there's any one or two advice that you would like, if they did that would
whether
help.
It can be from recoveries and like phase or up until today.
Or even during the pregnancy, first trimester, second trimester, third trimester, there's so many stages.
What's the best support that you guys can have?
That you feel like, that is good.
I think just be there. Like, be contactable.
You cannot say like that. Some guys be there, they literally just
and also
I'm here,
okay,
be present.
Be present. And listen.
And listen, hey, correct.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the things is when my wife pregnant, everything's correct. Everything she says, yes.
I think for the men out there, if you want to be there for your wife, be a better listener.
Hey, like that. No, it's true. It's being there is easy. Being present is different, right? Yeah. What is some of the biggest help that if you can point out that really meant more to you or along the process? Maybe.
I think just keeping the house and everything is like fine. I don't have to think about stuff.
Sharing the mental load lah, I guess.
I think sharing the mental load is very important.
We did go through that also, like making sure that there's food in the fridge. Don't need to worry about washing the clothes. Don't need to worry about vacuuming. Is that the same for what is your ask maybe?
I loved my pregnancy.
Oh,
I loved my pregnancy. I was miss being pregnant. It was one of the happiest times in my life. Yeah,
wow.
It was so nice. But I really do need to credit my husband. He was amazing. He took to heart when I think his sister said like, it's true what they said. Pediatrician would be like, maybe that's all like hooty-dooty, whatever. But if a happy pregnancy and hopefully your child comes out happy and pleasant. And he really created that environment to be so chill and be so happy. But not only that, he really did take off the admin and mental load for me. He was the one that was making all the appointments, all the calendar, all of that. Because when you're pregnant, at least for me, when you're pregnant, you've got a lot of stuff going on. You're lethargic, you're sleepy.
The pregnancy brain,
the fog. it was sometimes it's hard to, when the doctor's telling you all this stuff you got to remember, he was the one that was taking all of this down and putting it all. We have a baby group. We have a group for Malachi, and then he puts in all the information after the doctor, this, take this, take this, take this. He literally put all my supplements, my all that I had to take into Monday, Tuesday, Friday. And
What
this,
a daddy.
This. Yeah, he was really, really
Winston,
good about
I
that.
see you.
I think that's how he felt like he could, he could be there. That's how he...
No, I'm pretty sure at that point, for us guys of
Yes.
soon to be father, whatever that I can,
I do.
Yeah.
I can at least try to do, I would
Yes.
do.
I learned how to cut
Don't
at
move.
least.
I go take your spoon for you. I feel
Correct, correct.
Yeah.
I help.
Yeah.
I learned how to cut and peel at least 20 different fruits. Until today, I know how to cut pineapple.
That's the way.
Correct,
That's
correct.
the way.
As anything my wife wants.
Yeah.
And I think for women as well, it's just need to know that it's okay to ask for help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Please just assume your husband is clueless.
Yeah.
Say only. Because actually we are lah. We don't know what to do.
Yeah,
So-
but that
they
could be
really
a
don't know what
cop
to do.
out.
I know,
I
but
have to say, it could be a cop out.
the best
though.
thing that happened between me and Suyan is we just let down our egos and don't assume. I really told my wife, I'll do all I can, but if you need something, please tell me.
And you
Yeah.
also need to be gracious with each other.
Oh, yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's the post thing that we had to learn the hard way. Like, he's a new dad for the first time.
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah,
new
yeah.
mom.
He's a new dad too.
It
Yeah.
wasn't that, I'm not going to sit and be like, we absolutely had conflict because emotions are high, hormones are high. Our doctor did prep, turned to my husband and said, by the way, she's going to cry on the 10th day, or this is what's going to happen. And he was like, thank God she told me. And then he has his support group being like, hey, was your wife a little after that? And they were like, yeah. They're like, and then he was like, it's okay, bro. It's okay. You hang in there, bro. Like, it's okay. God, he's like, it's okay, bro. So guys, y'all need that too. I'm almost like, can you please go talk to your bros? Like, go talk, whatever you need to let it out, go talk there.
Yeah, they should start like a support group.
That's why we got this show, Jane.
Right.
That's why
Like, give it a Telegram group or something.
During Jesus' pregnancy, the only support group I had, I think, was Minghan only. It was during pandemic. The only person I was like, okay, so, bro, what happened now? What's going to happen now?
Then it's like, where are you? I also don't know. Like that. I mean, it's important. I think this show was made also because of that. And now let's ask a dad. Dr. Alvin, you're not just a kid doctor. You're a dad also.
Yeah, I was about to ask. There must be like certain pressure for you to like. I'm a doctor. I cannot make mistakes. I should know beforehand what I'm going to. So much pressure.
How's your experience? What do
So
you
for
think?
me, I felt that it is important as a dad and to give a shared decision making because not every time things work smoothly. Your baby might face some problems, health problems and things like that. So I think decision making together, I think that's important because it's not just, the moms who make all the decision.
Yeah.
Because I do come across parents that comes to clinic, when we ask questions, the moms get all the stress because, the decision making is on her.
Yeah.
So I think the shared decision making is very important. I think as a beginning of a new family and journey of parenting, I think that's important.
Was it something you went through as well?
Definitely. I think it's never an easy thing. I have two children, both of them cesarean section, C-sect as well. The first one because breech position. The second, the heart rate is not so good, so we decided to, yeah. So it's not easy. My wife went into, a bit of depression as well. That's quite a hormonal thing. So I think to be there and to share the decision and to make decision, I think that's important.
Yes, because a lot of times I need to really, I turn to my husband and I'm worried. Okay, my baby was born at 2.5 kilos. And he's only the second in percentile. He was never a big drinker. And at some point, we had to combo feed. I had to introduce formula as well, along with breast milk to try and catch up. And he's still small. And of course, that gave me a lot of, I was
Anxiety,
worried,
yeah,
I mean,
of
Asia,
course.
it's always like, oh, your baby must be big is a thing. And they worry about, and I was, of course, worried. But then on the other side is, as long as your baby's meeting their developmental milestone, it's okay. It's not that if your baby's on the 99th percentile or 2nd percentile, right? But that was something that I was worried, and you have 1 year, now they're 1 year ups, then they can catch up, right? So on the nutrition side, is poor absorption also something? to do with weight gain? Or
Yeah, I would say that every baby's, their journeys are very different. Some they begin to be small, and important to track with your pediatrician. Every month you go for vaccination, they'll make sure the height and weight on the centile chart is actually okay, and to check on the development. If let's say it's up to date, then I would think that it's okay. I mean, everyone is different. As long as they're healthy, they grow properly, and it's under supervision, then I think it's good. Yeah.
I think from everything that's been shared here, guys out there, right, the biggest thing you're going to realize is if your wife becomes a mom, the biggest step up you need to do is sharing the mental load. And what that means is we take for granted that, I take for granted my wife runs everything at home. And the biggest step up is that I need to start sharing that while she is unable to do that. So she can really focus on recovering and growing a new human being inside her body. That being said,
yes, we're going to take a short break for a second. And if you're still listening, please comment a brain emoji so that when we come back,
we know you're here.
We'll see you here.
All right.
Just leave a brain emoji.
But from what we've learned, right, Dennis, now we know there's actually an important window of time for the C-section kid.
You are right, but what's more important is us having a pediatrician on our show forever. So we don't have to Google anymore.
Google not safe.
Correct, because if we have a doctor, he can specifically say that you need to focus on building the C-section child's immunity a lot more compared to a non-C-section.
But don't get us wrong, both also still important. But now we know if it's a C-section kid, we know that we need a bit of extra help.
And that is why formula milk like the Aptamil Kid Cysteine B is what dads can look out for. It's also the first and only proven formula for C-section born children above 1 year old in Malaysia.
It helps C-section kids providing stronger support for their immunity in just 12 weeks.
Yes, you got to focus on that as a solid foundation for their immunity and overall health. And if you want to try it out, you can redeem a free sample in the Aptamil Kid Mini program right here. Links are in the description.
If you guys want to hear more from me or Dennis or even other parents, make sure you join our Telegram community. Most of the time, it's a really guys chat group. No one says anything, and suddenly out of nowhere, there'll be 200 messages. It's a really fun place. Link is in the description. But to wrap things up today, honestly, Dr. Alvin, if you had more time, I think there'll be a lot more questions. But we really want to get everyone's final words of wisdom from your experiences. Okay?
Yeah, but even before we go into that, like we really have a lot of questions answered.
Yeah.
Like
I know the horse is now what on the calendar?
Very inexperienced dads on c-sect, right? So that whole entire conversation was very good. So now I think we just want to hear from all three of you, like if there's any
the biggest learning, the wisdom,
like, something you could share with
potential C-sect moms,
soon to be parents. Because like you mentioned earlier, Melissa, like you said, you can't plan everything. How well you plan, you A, B, C, suddenly D come out.
Maybe I start the ball rolling. Okay, my biggest, I'm not a C-sect, but the biggest reflection about this kind of topic about emergency C-sect or planning the babies, as a dad, this is my best looking back. Pack your hospital bag early, number one, because you never know. And I think second is, anything can happen, right or wrong. My role as a dad is to try to make the choices for my wife and support her more and support her emotionally. That's it. Because at the end of the day, she's going to go through it, not me. Just be present. That's my biggest reflection. Okay? Ball rolling. What about you?
Wow. I don't know. Advice. I don't think I'm qualified to give advice, nor do I feel like I have a lot of wisdom. I'm only a very young parent in terms of within a year and 2 months. Only a year and 2 months.
Best thing you've learned looking back, or things you wish you knew?
I look back. One, I have to say that being a mom, having a family is the most magical, beautiful experience like that I
You're not wrong.
And I was someone who really was nervous going into it because of the pressure of, I think Jane can also know this, I have the pressure of wanting to have a career and all of that. And for a long time, I was like, oh my God, really terrified. And I think some women have this pressure. It's okay to change your mind. Yeah. You can say, I don't want kids. And then you can change your mind. Or you don't have to change your mind. But sometimes we feel that, but you're scared to do that. You can. And also I found a wonderful community amongst moms. Like the mom community is amazing.
A healthy one, a healthy circle.
Yes.
Healthy circle. Okay, side note, as a guy, one of the main goal for me as a social media dad as well is to defend my social media wife from the social media. You have to say the things that your wife cannot say. That's my role. And I don't care because you're not my wife. Okay, anyway, go ahead. Yes. Sorry, my bad. Yes.
Yeah, I think going through it, the emotional roller coaster, the ride, it's up and down. It changes week by week. You have to be really sort of graceful to yourself and graceful to your partner. I think that it's wonderful that we are in this new landscape where we do talk about mental health. I feel like I love that the new generation of dads today, the difference is dads want to be dads. I think moms want to be moms, right? And I think speaking to others is really really important. Preparing that you are, it's not all going to be like rainbows and fairies. Like I think a lot of people have that expectation and romanticize that it's going to be like, but it's tough. Like it is tough, man. But it's still. Oh, it's so worth it. And seeing you,
it's worth it. It's an emotional roller coaster.
It is an roller coaster.
But like a roller coaster is fun.
It is really.
There's a payoff.
Yeah. So, and you're right. It really takes a village.
Yeah.
It really takes a village. Reach out and asking for help.
It's okay. It's okay to ask for help.
It's okay practically and emotionally. And I think I just leave it with like, just really be gracious with yourself and be gracious with each other as you are being parents. You know?
Dr. Alvin.
Thank you.
Since we are talking about gut health today, I would say that the gut health in children is very important, and it lays a important foundation for the rest of the life. So it is never late to intervene. Good nutrition, breastfeeding, good contact, parents' love. There is always, you can close the gap, and there's never too late to do it. I would say that.
Don't feel like it's a hard stop. There's always something you can do. Right. Even now, we still can repair our bodies. Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Never too late.
Jane.
I think for me is after being a mom, I think your whole perspective changed. There's something that we all need to be prepared. Whatever that I said back then it's not valid now. Totally. You can do a full interview right now. I have totally different answers. There's one part of it, and maybe some people would think like, after being a parent, you lose yourself or something. Actually, I feel that you find yourself.
You find a different version of yourself.
Yeah, you find a different version of yourself, and it's very enjoyable. And also, I think that we shouldn't be so constrained with what people put on social media, because whatever that you see online, it can be true, it might not be true.
It might not work for your family.
Yes. So train your algorithm. Watch things that you want to be trained for. So
don't want to see positivity.
Correct. It is very important because there's every answer, there's no right and wrong. And when you are in this, when you're pregnant and you start seeing things that it is not right for you, just scroll it away.
Report.
I report so many people. I block so many people.
Amen.
Yes. And then after that, after giving birth, it is also like to spend time with people that actually love you and help
actually
you.
Care about you.
Care about you. Yeah,
love.
not like, this is something that I feel every parent should be
If you want to ask question, ask Dr. Alvin.
Do you mind if I add a tiny bit onto
go ahead.
what Jane just said? And also, what she says, and also I think for the husbands, for the dads, y'all are the guardians of your wife and mom's boundaries. This is where you are the steward and the guardian to protect them for the emotional and health of your family. And
my universe.
Because when that baby comes out, you will have a million opinions and they all do mean well from families, this, and it can be really noisy and tough, especially for a mom comes out and we still got the hormones, all that. So y'all are going to be our guardians and our protectors to be like, okay.
Biggest thing is defending your wife from your family.
Oh yeah. That's one
but
thing.
we won't get into that this episode.
Right. I would like to add one more thing.
Yes. Then it's you.
After listening to all of you guys, I think we can all agree that one thing that is most important is to enjoy the entire experience.
Aye.
You know, like even Jazel mentioned, I'm pretty sure y'all said the same thing, is that the entire 9 months plus the delivery of the baby and everything like that, yes, it's long, it's tiring and all, but easily 6 months to a year after that, you forget about the whole entire thing. You don't remember it. So what I would say is really throughout the entire pregnancy, the birth, the birthdays, whatever, just appreciate every single day you have with your family. Like that's what I try to strive for, is to be able to spend as much time as I can with my two princesses.
We are being too healthy already, Dennis. We need to aim to be absent fathers now. We're too healthy already. We're there too much.
Yeah.
Is it? Get out.
They have no struggle in life, you know.
People ask me, Dennis, why you have to go home? You have your wife at home. I don't know. I just feel comfortable be at home lah. Then suddenly I can just walk over to Jade and be like, hi, you love daddy? You love, right? Okay, insecurity, secure.
I'm at a place now, right? I look at my kid like, your life very easy. Need to make it a bit hard for you. I'm not going to disappear for 2 months. Is it okay? Like, you know, But no, you're right. I think if anything, today's topic was thank you, Dr. Alvin, for being here, for taking our time. You know, there are patients waiting for you right now, but hey, thank you for being here. I think the nicest thing that having you is having a really good factual discussion about what to do. Because, you know, like all of us, new parents are bombarded by family opinions, internet opinions, and we really don't know who to follow most of the time, right? So for everyone watching, Dr. Alvin, we're going to put his phone number at the bottom. I don't know whether we will put his clinic at the bottom, but you know, please talk to your pediatrician. Don't talk to your auntie who has never had any kids before.
Yeah, find someone that you can trust and you feel comfortable talking to.
Like Jane's inbox online, she replies every message.
Yeah, please. Just drop it. All the questions.
Everything. Jane, thank you so much for being here. Melissa, thank you so much for being here. Dr. Alvin, so much for being here. Dennis, thank you for being here, bro.
Thank you, Ming.
Thank you.
Again, the next episode, we don't know what we're doing, but we show up.
Yeah, we don't know where we're going to be, but how you do that, make sure to follow us and chat with us on our Telegram.
Hey, Telegram is there. Again, we are not professionals. We are dads who are trying our best. Thank you so much for being this episode with us. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.